Welcome to the Mobile Noble channel. I'm your host, MB, your crypto soul brother from another mother, here to keep sanity from the hype and the drama. And on this day, being March the 14th at before 8 in the morning here, let's take a look here at, let's go right into it and take a look at good old crypto markets here. And not so good if you based on the last recording I did almost a couple weeks ago. Things are bleeding red right now. You see the lines of red here. Yeah, things are down right here. But yeah, Bitcoin at 83,000 to lead things off at market cap, and things are down quite a bit from, I believe, a couple weeks ago, my last recording. Bitcoin's around above 90,000. So, yeah, things are chopping sideways here. Things were worst. Actually, I've captured one of those lows in one of my posts here on social media here on Twitter X. And this was back on the 10th when things were as low as they could have gotten, pretty much. And uh, yeah, Bitcoin was down as low as 77,000, ETH at 1,800, XRP was below $2. My call of urgency then is people need to buy these dips here, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs here. People need to buy these dips. So, and looking at the watch list updated up to now here, things are certainly up a bit more from there now, and uh, Bitcoin is at 83,000, and things are still at a very, very, very great time to buy right now. These are all coins that I believe will run through the altcoin season. Uh, a lot of these coins, I believe, will do some great things here. One curious addition I made here is gold, and I do believe that gold will have gold itself, like the actual price of gold on the market, is making a good run above 3,000, which I've made also a point about that as well. And I did make a point about the price of gold here and how gold is actually outperforming Ethereum right now, over the past few years, actually. Or, it's at 2,900, or ETH is at 1,900. So I did make that point about that. And now we're at 3,000 for gold, which is crazy because, you have to understand gold goes really, really slow. So as I noted here, this pretty much is giving Peter Schiff pretty much of an ego boost here. And Peter Schiff is actually not entirely wrong on everything he talks about. He is gold is always a steady indicator that the dollar is a little iffy, and for it to make a move to be above 3,000 when it was much closer to 2,200 for the longest, it's an indicator that things are dipping down here in regards to the dollar. And one of the main things here the to keep in mind of is that things are been tanking due to the fact of the tariffs, which is still a big worry to the point where fears basically of a trade war, which we're dead in the middle of with basically, yeah, tariffs with Mexico, with Europe, with Canada, with China, and everyone putting tariffs on each other. And basically, yeah, we're in the middle of a trade war right now. But despite the fears of the financial crisis outside, there are some lots of reasons to be optimistic about the market here. Going back here to prices and everything, we want to take a look back here to, let's take a look at my portfolio representative avatar of my portfolio and moves I make here. So though markets are down and My altcoin holdings since May last year in 2024, I'm still up 59%. And with my altcoin holdings, and it's still well above Bitcoin in terms of gains. So we're still sitting pretty here in this regard. Uh, Leading the way, of course, is XRP up 254%. This is how I talk. Basically, I talk, what is the ROI? So even though Bitcoin is the big shiny toy, Bitcoin, 10K of Bitcoin since May last year. Well, with it being down now, it's only up 2,000 or 19% from its gain. So this is down a bit because this was as high as 40%. Um, so with it down being down a half, well, I would say things are down but not out. We are not touching down to the where I bought into it. Like I did bought in relatively high last year, the beginning part of last year, when Bitcoin was still near 70,000. So this is not this basically some people were yelling out, "Well, we're in a bit of bear market, the market bull cycle's over." Far from it. Far from it. Things are still up, and the fact that altcoins are relatively still well above Bitcoin, shows that things are now just resting here, especially with news that is coming out and about here. And regarding XRP, uh, we are basically reports here that things with the SEC should be knocking on the door of being done here. A couple of reports here has come about regarding settlement here versus the SEC. Basically, as I said in my last video, SEC is throwing out cases from the last administration, and this could be over soon. Firstly, great reporter Eleanor Terrett has basically used legal speculation of another of a very well-respected uh, person who has legal insight within crypto, Meta Lawman. Basically, a speculation that the negotiations really more so being held up by Ripple, that the judgment last summer was very favorable towards Ripple. However, there was some technicalities with it that kind of holds up Ripple as far as how much that settlement should be, and also, make sure there's no snags that holds them up when Ripple decides to do a IPO, a public offering. So there's a lot of things here that is being ironed out, and as a result, there's basically a lot to really glean from here. As you know, SEC is looking into possibly saying that, hey, XRP should be looked at as a commodity, and instead of us going after it as a security that the last administration did with Gary Gensler when it was at the helm here. So, hey, listen, you know what? The settlement possibilities is, real crazy, and also there is a lot of speculation that that settlement could be paid out in XRP itself, which would be also pretty bullish because the government may want to hold on to XRP. The same way they seize Bitcoin, basically a Bitcoin conference that took place last week, back on the 7th, which was a big deal here for uh, certain big figures that was there, such as Ripple's Brad Garlinghouse. Other big players like Michael Saylor was there as well. And look, there's a lot of things to be bullish about here in regards to big institutions grabbing onto crypto, and also going on to today, later on today on Friday, there is a Genius Act, which basically should be a big thing in regards to stable coins. And stable coins is the foundation of crypto. Basically, it having a digital dollar, uh, basically being more so the commercial arm, a non-government arm, as Trump's administration made it clear that it's not going to be a CBDC. So a digital dollar would not be a government backed thing, like a government digital dollar, which is relief here. It will be a private thing. So basically, that clears the way for the digital, the stable coins in the market already. Namely, we're looking at uh, we're looking at what is that? Circles, Coinbase's dollar, the USDC, and also a couple other legitimate players, which would also include the RL which is very small at the moment here, but that will certainly pick up steam as things gain way here. But one thing I did not mention was uh, the number one stablecoin, Tether. The market cap at Tether is at 143 billion. So I am leaving Tether out of the stablecoin discussion because Tether is a big worry for everybody. That's why certain big exchanges is delisting it or making plans of delisting it if they haven't already. And why, if one is sitting on stablecoin, uh, Tether should not be it. Uh, there's a lot more I could go into on that one, but yeah, Tether bad. And with everything else here, I could go on and on with a lot of the other bullish news here. While I am a biased XRP holder, I could say that much of everything else in the market is bullish. There are some people that favors other coins such as Solana, Cardano, which I do hodl. Solana, I don't hodl. Chainlink, I think Chainlink is going to absolutely rip. Everything in the ISO 20022 group, which is coins that may be pegged to the future financial payment system. Stellar, Hedera, Hashgraph. All these coins are going to rip. Polkadot, I don't hold as much Polkadot as I used to. This is going to rip. Polygon, I hold. A lot of these coins are going to rip. And even some stuff I did not mention, that is not meme coins, by the way. A lot of these coins are going to rip. There's other, basically, my whole thing, my old call of urgency is to please, please, please do your own research, and nothing I say is financial advice. So do your own research. But there's a lot of gems you can pick up right now while these prices are this did low. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research. Talk with a financial advisor, yada yada. But do your own research here. I don't even think I've got into the what is that? The real world asset class of crypto, RWA. Do your homework on that. Uh, Listen, at the end of the day, here I could go on and on, but right now, let me close things out here as I go on here and say that, listen, at the end of the day, do your own homework. And now is a great time to buy, which would be my call of action, which basically my call of action to myself. Again, nothing I say is financial advice, but that is what I'm doing here. I am getting paid in a bit here, and I will be using that paycheck. And also, I will actually, quick aside, let me just do this real quick here. While my big horse, this also represents my DCA, well, a sample DCA move of what $10 per week could do if you start with $50, when so far we are up 880 so far. So things have been up and down with that, but we're still up. 62% since we first started this, and we are still going to add into this. So with this, my latest move here, sample move, this doesn't represent how much my DCAs actually are, but this is just more example of what you do with $10 per week if you DCA. Uh, and so far, I basically do $10 per week. So I did $20 for this past week, going on to next week here, to cover for 2 weeks. My last DCA buy beforehand was with Polygon, which I think will do big things. Because I do believe that Ethereum, while I clown on it being outperformed by gold, that will still be a good runner, and Polygon is a much cheaper way to use ETH. It's a side chain, so I do believe that will have a good run as well. So that was my last DCA. Excuse me, not Polygon. I should probably do a Polygon buy sometime though. Algorand was my last DCA buy here, and that was uh, and that covered for a longer gap of videos I did not do, and that was $40 worth, which covered up until last week. So yeah, right now I am in the thick of it here with crypto that I believe in, and I believe right now, man, that basically you should do your own research again. Uh, you should do your own research, look into ISO 20022. You should probably look into RWA, things I'm not even talking about. Again, this is pretty much what I'm going to leave folks with here. So, as I now get ready for the outro here, listen, though, you gotta, with everything I'm saying, do your own research on this field here. Stay away from the trash meme coin garbage, the celebrity back garbage. Look, this things are going to move upward here, and now is the time to do it. Again, not financial advice, but definitely look into making sure that you get in before things leave you behind. And on that note here, as I get ready for the day ahead here, and hopefully you do too. Stay blessed, stay up. Follow me on Twitter at Mobile Noble. And until next time, keep making a dollar, stacking those Satoshis up here, and try to outperform the Satoshi even. Until next time, stay blessed, stay up. This is your Freedman Investor, your microphone checker. One love. Peace.